Yeah, represent Texas for you.
That. Welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from Austin, Texas. This episode's a little bit different because I have a different co-host. What's up, Rusty?
Hey, what up, Rattlesnake? Happy to be here. Hopefully, we have a special guest. The actual co-host show up here in a little bit, but I'm always happy to be here. I feel like I'm one of your returning guests.
Definitely one of the regulars.
I love being back.
All right, let's get right into it. What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in.
Rock, flag, and eagle. You like that?
Yeah, I was gonna say let the music play a little bit longer. Let's go. I was like feeling it.
Yeah.
It reminded me. I got to start off this podcast. I'm gonna hijack it right off the bat. First time I've ever been to Michigan in my life, and we were running a little bit late, and we went.
There's the first time.
First time I've ever been to Michigan in my life, and it was kind of a last second impulse deal. So my buddy had a business trip up in Grand Rapids, and he's like, "Hey, you should like come out here, and we should go to NASCAR race." And we haven't been to a race together since probably Texas 2015 with Brad Keselowski and Jeff Gordon. That might have been the last one we've been together, but he's a big NASCAR fan.
Race, actually.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Yep.
Those cars were awesome back then. But so Impulse went out there. We're arriving a little bit late on Saturday, and we walked through like the pedestrian car tunnel in turn one. And there's just this music just bumping. Just the energy. It was just going wild. And we're like, what the heck is going on down here? And literally in the underground tunnel, there's like a party going on down in like the dead center of it underneath the track, like this huge party.
What?
Speakers bumping. It was probably this makeshift deal where they probably came from like the RVs in the infield, but
yeah,
they were having fun down there. And they're like, I put the tweet on Twitter. They were blasting Metallica, and it felt like I was like,
what your tweet was about. It was about the Metallica. And stuff. Yeah,
it felt like I was coming out to like Monday Night Raw, like WWE. It felt like the coolest thing ever. Like the music's just blasting, building up momentum, and you get up there and like. It's just the place is sold. Well, like the infield sold out. It was like the coolest like NASCAR moment I've experienced in a long time.
Anytime you hear thunder from AC/DC, right? I mean, it just pumps you up. It's like
yes.
Whenever you hear that, you're like, okay.
That's what it was. It was like you could tell. It was like I'm at a NASCAR race. Let's fire these things up. Let's go racing, boys. It was badass.
I love that.
So,
and by the way, apparently, we have people here that are happy that you are here.
Hey, what up, Victor?
Yeah, every time you're on the show, people are just like, fuck Rattlesnake, fuck Dakota. We just want to hear from Rusty. That's the whole reason we tuned in, which is, I guess, the reason we have you on. You just need to have your own podcast, I think, is the situation. I mean, your YouTube channel's gone. I mean, that's how I would keep up with you.
So funny you kind of mentioned that. One of my plans of kind of to get back into the content creation side and to kind of give back to the community was going to relaunch my channel through podcasting. Ooh. And it wasn't, it was going to be called a podcast, but it was basically just going to be giving people the platform or the opportunity just to tell me what they got going on in their lives, kind of what you do, and just talk about what they're doing personally and professionally, and just share their passion, give them a platform to talk about what they like talking about. Due to a number of factors, I didn't really go that direction, but it's still on the table. I got a couple people behind the scenes that are bugging me to release the unreleased episodes that we did a kind of a test run for. But so that was one of the ideas for coming back with YouTube. I still might stream personally on my personal channel again, but I think you'll see me on the Motorsport Games Twitch channel coming up, showing off the new NASCAR 21 Ignition gameplay and just everything about it.
So essentially, I'm letting you promote a direct competitor of mine. Okay, sweet. So essentially, what we're going to do, Rattlesnake, is exactly what you do, but with a bigger following. Awesome. Thanks, Rusty. Thanks for coming on, man. I'm just... Bye all of my followers. Victor's still here, though, just for you. What's up, Victor? Thanks.
Yeah, what up, Victor?
Thanks for tuning in, man. Rusty is the best. Yeah, that's why he is a regular on the show. He's my favorite. We met on the...
NASCAR Weekly Podcast, right?
That's where we met. Yeah, with Eric. Yeah. Yep. And I shot out the message to everybody. I was like, anybody want to come on my show? Rusty immediately was like, I'll come on.
Yeah, I'm on.
And ever since then, we're best friends in the whole world. So yeah, thanks for coming on, Rusty. I know Dakota, my actual co-host, may or may not be coming on. We'll see. He is busy with work, which we understand because this does not pay enough. Yeah, can't really complain. Can't really complain when it's not paying the bills. So it is what it is.
Yeah, job's got to come first over the.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes, we are both married, so that's something. I like your little setup you got going on.
Yeah, we recently upgraded the virtual studio. I hope it's showing the right direction for the live audience. But yeah, that's the cover of the new game we're working on here.
If you were over like a little bit, go the other way. That's a good spot because then you're just over this fake window thing. Yeah, look at that.
Well, this is cool. This is kind of our we got the esports going on over here with NASCAR Heat, the virtual 24 Le Mans. So we got a lot going on at Motorsport Games. A lot that people don't. Well, there's a lot of secret projects, but hey, when we're talking about fun projects,
yeah, let's hear it.
The IndyCar game. It's real. It's going to happen in a few years.
It's not real. It's
legit. It's legit. It's gonna be awesome. When I went to Indianapolis a few weeks ago, everybody stopped me and they were like, "Rusty, tell us about the IndyCar game." And I really don't know much, but everything I've heard about on the development side, it's going to be another special project. So the NASCAR game is going to be a banger, and the IndyCar game is going to be a real special moment for fans. It's been like 20 years, so they're going to love that.
Wow! So they're really doing it. They're really doing an IndyCar game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not even an IndyCar fan, but like I would definitely buy the game. It's kind of like I don't keep up with soccer, but I play FIFA.
And I think it'll bring in a whole new audience to IndyCar. Right. Like you could play the game and you learn the drivers, the names, the paint schemes, and then you tune in and watch on Saturday or Sunday whenever they're racing, and you're a fan for life. So I feel like it's a much needed, long overdue video game for the people.
It's got to be good though. That's the thing, because if you remember, like FIFA was a great game, and our generation, we started playing FIFA, and we probably, I don't know about you, probably didn't care about soccer. A lot of people got into the sport. Honestly, I think because of FIFA, because it was such a good sports game.
I mean, that's kind of how I got into NASCAR. It was through NASCAR '98. I could just, I was
really nice.
I was Dale Senior at Bristol with the paintball gun, flirting with disaster. Like that's all me and my buddies played was NASCAR '98. So that's how I got really, I think, into NASCAR. So I could see that for the IndyCar side too.
And speaking of which, we already have some pre-orders going on for.
Oh, you'd love to see it.
You love to see it. Yeah. Do you have? Yeah, I mean, do you want to talk? I know there's not like really much you can talk about the game yet, but pre-orders are available. What's that about?
Yeah, pre-orders are live right now for Steam and Xbox for the Standard Edition, which is the cover behind me, and then also the Champions Edition, which has Bill Elliott, and you also get the 3 additional Legends DLCs that are to be announced and to come with that. So that's a really cool deal, and you can only race Bill Elliott through the Champions Edition. So that's a special package, and then. Hey, if you pre-order, you also get 2 days early access. So the game comes out on October 28th, but with the pre-order, you get the 2 extra days. So a little bit of incentive to get it. And I know there's a lot of PlayStation fans out there. I was
just going to mention that.
Every time I wake up and before I go to bed, I have like literally 100 notifications about the PlayStation Store. And trust me, I keep saying the word soon. We're working on it. We're working with Sony. We're just waiting for the update from Sony. And as soon as it's live in that PlayStation Store, we're going to let everybody in the world know because that's a big deal.
It's not. It won't be like.
Yeah, it's coming. It could be. It could be tomorrow. It could be. Hopefully not next week, but it could be any minute.
Y'all are working with Sony. It's not like Sony has been like, nah, we're not doing this. Like, I should kind of expect this game on PlayStation, right?
Yeah, this is NASCAR 21 Ignition. Right. They got to give it to the people. So come on. Okay. So it's coming. I thought it would have been out by now, but we're in direct communication. We're working on it, so it's
cool. Okay.
Same for the physical copies. I know that's a popular question too.
Is it?
When can I get it at GameStop? They ask me, Rusty.
GameStop's still a thing. I thought that was just a meme that we all bought the stock. Like that's still a real place.
It's coming. It's coming. So
it was like Blockbuster. We were just pretending that was still a thing.
There's a lot of GameStop fans out there. So shout out to them.
For them, man. I'm all about that digital. If I can download it directly to my game, my console. I know you can't say much about the game, but you did say if you pre-order, you get to play as Bill Elliott.
Yes.
Does that mean we can maybe expect some other?
Yeah. Yes.
Some other.
I kind of teased it.
Some classical.
You get 3. There's 3 legends that are coming out as DLC after launch. Those are yet to be announced. I personally don't even know who they are yet. I mean, I've heard some rumors, but
okay. So you don't even know. No, I was going to try to get that out of you.
So that's a really big deal, and I know people really, really want to know who they are. that's been one of the biggest requests is get more legends in the game, and we're delivering on that promise this year with this release. So they're coming.
Because here's the thing about NASCAR fans specifically. I know NASCAR is looking for like the newer audience, trying to get the new fan base, but I think even people our age and even a little bit younger, the names they remember in NASCAR were the older names, right? Even if it was just because they're dad or something. So I love the idea of getting the legends in there. If you could pick two others, and this has nothing to do with the game or the developers, just like which other, you got Bill Elliott, what other two would you like to see?
Oh, I should have came prepared. Well, see, I'm a big Tony Stewart fan, and we've had him in the game.
I know. I was
recently.
expecting the Tony Stewart answer. Yeah.
I feel like it's too easy to say Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt's going to be the number one driver for everyone. I feel like
he's the Michael Jordan of
everybody
sports,
wants Dale. So let me think of some. Let me think. Who? I mean, I think it'd be cool to have like. Mark Martin would be popular.
Mm-hmm. It's all about paint schemes too.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like the best ones.
Because at least I'm not saying you get like a whole lot, but with Legends, let's say you get like the most popular paint scheme for that driver. I think that's a big part of it. Is what car I want to see out there.
So my favorite paint scheme of all time is the Bobby Labonte Interstate Batteries 18 car when he won the championship. And if that car was in the game, that's all I'm driving is the Interstate Batteries 18. I saw the Jimmy Johnson comment. I know I'll keep talking here, but I think the 18 car would be awesome. I don't know if he's going to reveal the same thing I got here. Hold on. Right. This is what I want. This is what I want right here. I want this guy. Yes, this is what I want. This is what I want right here.
Look at this.
Yeah, this car.
Yes,
this is the legend car I want.
This is why I got up. I got up and interrupted the podcast just to show you.
And I got another one parked right next to it. We got the Terry Labonte Kellogg's. Baby. I think that'd be a cool one too.
Yeah. I got the Tony Stewart. Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart. Yeah, got some sweet ones behind me as well. Once you said this paint scheme specifically, one of my favorites. That's the one. That's the one.
Yep. So that's number one on my bucket list up there with if we can't do Dale Sr., Bobby Labonte 2000 would be sweet.
Yeah. So let's take Bill Elliott off the table. Let's take Dale Sr. off the table just because we already know Bill Elliott's there, right? That's the one that you get when you pre-order, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Are these going to be DLC, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. So outside of the Bill Elliott, if I do the pre-order, also for the next two, those are DLCs?
Yes, you can buy those guys straight up.
Okay.
So you can get the season pass and get them, or you can buy them probably individually.
Right. Yeah. Okay. You know what I would do is right behind me, Davey Allison.
Davey, baby. All right. Yep. I see.
Yeah. I'd have to pick a Davey. And then I don't know. That's tough, man. You know what? I like the Skull Bandit paint scheme.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my all-time favorites. I got a Rusty back there. Maybe
Rusty would be
an
cool,
old school Rusty.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking to, right? Have you got to meet Rusty before?
Not yet. No. I've only had one interaction with Rusty Wallace in my entire life. He liked one of my Instagram posts like 2-3 years ago. And I was just like, what am I doing with my life? I got to change my identity. I got to figure something else out. Cause that was weird when the man actually,
actual Rusty. Yeah. Cause now you're getting big. DW. That's a good one.
That's a great one. He's got some all-time classic paint schemes. Two of my favorites as well.
Guitar right there, signed by DW.
Oh yeah. That would be
Reflection.
a good.
You can see it's right here next to my face. That's an all-time. Yeah.
That'd be a top 3, top 5 driver, I think, is
because that was my idea too. Is when we were thinking about these legends, is what's the best paint schemes? You know, because that's all.
It's a good
we
point.
all know the names, right? After a certain point, I just want to see the paint scheme out there. Are there going to be? And like I said, if you don't know or can't answer things, that's fine. Just say it. But additional paint schemes for the legends or for the drivers, will that be DLC? Will that come already with it? I mean, do you know anything about that?
Yeah, to be announced on the paint schemes. I know it's something we're working on. To be announced.
Got it. Okay. I did see some people, we were talking about the cover of the game when it first came out. And I mean, I think it was pretty great. People were super into it. I think everybody's been super into this game. Look at that. I saw somebody comment like, "Why is Ryan Blaney there?" And I was like, "What are you talking?" Because he's a great driver, a very talented driver that's young. I don't.
And he's on fire. He just won. He's got 2 race wins. Hey,
that's the thing. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
And the cool thing about it is you can see it on like some trailer art and some other graphics we got going around. The colors of the car and the drivers line up with the NASCAR logo. I know Blaney's over here, but his cars. But yeah, so we got some really cool graphics where they line up with each of them. So
it reminds me of Star Wars, the Sith versus like the Jedi, the blue versus the red.
Yeah, I thought it's so cool. You got the cars and the drivers on the cover. I always thought that was important to have, and I think our designer Jason knocked it out of the park. So Jason's watching. We love you, Jason. You killed it.
Yo, Jason, we love you. No, I was a fan. I mean, just in terms of driving, everybody that watches my show knows I'm not like the biggest Bubba fan, but I also hate Chase more than Bubba, so don't worry. It has nothing to do with like who he is. It's just driver wise. But I was like, I think you did really well of like hitting the popular young drivers.
Yes.
And I feel like that's what they were going for. Bubba, Blaney, and Elliott. Those are the popular young drivers right now. So I thought it was great.
Yeah. And I thought it was important, or even just even really cool. I mean, you got the champion on the cover, and he's the most popular driver. But then his dad is the featured legend on the other cover. So you got father, son, 2 champions. I thought that was pretty cool to play off each other like that. The 2 elements.
Is there going to be anything other than just NASCAR on there? Will there be any kind of dirt? Will there be trucks? I mean,
just
any news on that?
Yeah, so I can confirm for Ignition for this is our first NASCAR game. It's the focus will be on the Cup Series, so the 2021 schedule. It has every racetrack, every event in there. So it's got all the new tracks. I know that was one of the biggest comments we got from NASCAR. Dirt? It's got Bristol Dirt. It's got Coda. And Coda, they legit laser scan that Coda track. This thing is it's the real deal. So
but you can only play it when it's downpouring, and they should have called the race like 2 hours ago. You can only play it when you can't see anything.
that would be realistic. Cool. That dynamic weather, that'd be sweet in the rain.
Just make it realistic. Yeah, you don't want to be able to see the race when you're actually racing.
Were you down there for that? I don't know if I caught up with you after that one. Okay.
Yes. Oh man, I was soaked. Yeah, me and the wife, we were drenched.
Did you have fun though?
It was interesting. I mean, have you ever been to a road course before?
This year I've been to I went to Road America. Before that I've actually been to Coda for Formula One, so I kind of have an idea about the distance and the sight lines and stuff.
I had never been to a road course before, so that was a totally new experience for me.
It's different,
and I was not prepared. I went for Xfinity. I went with the Garage Guy crew, if you know, like Chase.
Chase and Dale. Love those guys.
Yeah. I went with them Saturday for the Xfinity. And at least I got to go one day because I didn't take like the lawn chairs or anything. I had no idea. And so it was totally new for me. It really threw me off. But when it wasn't raining, they had go-karts set up next to it, like the gas powered, like nice ones. And so that was pretty fun. So I rode go-karts.
Oh, that's a blast. Those things are a blast. Those ones that get going fast too.
Do you ever talk to like the garage guys? With like Chase and Dale Tanhart and them.
So I met them for the first time at Indianapolis a couple weeks ago, and then I stumbled into Chase last week at Michigan. So back-to-back weeks I've seen those guys, and I'm going to go see them again this weekend at Daytona. And
can you promise me this weekend you will bring something up to Dale Tanhart?
Sure. What do you got?
I need you to promise me this. All right. When you see him, just be like, dude, I heard Rattlesnake whooped your ass at go-karts. just say that and see what he does.
All right, I'll see
lose his shit. He's gonna lose his shit.
Did you wreck him or something? Did you put him in the wall?
He just doesn't like the fact that I'm better at go-karts than he is. That's fine. Okay. No, I love those guys. They're a lot of fun to hang out with, obviously. Yeah. We do have a question in the comments though, asking about the game on Nintendo. Any news there?
Nothing new announced for Nintendo. Those plans will be, I think, coming soon. On what that is. So that's also something that's very exciting. I know I'm super excited about that. I'm going to, whatever this unannounced, unconfirmed project is, I'm going to own it myself on a Switch. So, and I think that community is going to be really happy to finally have something to play on that side. So,
do you have every console?
Not the Switch. I was waiting for years for them to announce the Switch Pro, thinking it was going to be better battery, lighter, bigger screen, everything. And then they come out with this, whatever this new Switch Pro is, and I'm not a big fan, but I'm still going to pick one up. I
have the Switch, and yeah, I think for a racing game, it's fun. Like I have the PlayStation and the Nintendo Switch. So you have Xbox and PlayStation?
Yep, I got those both. Yep.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I prefer if I'm like doing serious gaming, obviously my PlayStation, but I do sometimes like Rocket League and stuff like that with my buddies.
Yep.
I'll pull out my Switch.
I wish. So I don't know if I should share this because everybody thinks it's a dead game. I'm addicted to Fall Guys, and if that game came out on Nintendo Switch, I know it's coming. I would buy a Switch day one. So now I'm looking at getting that Steam, whatever the Steam portable device is. I'm thinking I'm picking up that just so I can play Fall Guys. So I want to do that mobile stuff big time, and I think Rocket
Steam
League
has
would
a
be
portable. They're doing a portable device. Oh, okay.
They just announced it like a month ago, I believe. So they got it's actually pretty affordable, and you can play your entire Steam library on it. It looks like a Switch, but a little bit more, I don't know, clunky.
Okay. Yeah, just not as good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do enjoy the Nintendo Switch, but yeah, PlayStation all the way for me. That's why I was asking about Sony specifically. Steam Deck, is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm seeing the comments here. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm waiting on Dakota to talk about Michigan. So in the meantime, what I want to do is, Dakota just popped in. But
heck yeah.
All right, let's get Dakota. Oh my God, he's already flipping off the camera. He's probably drunk. Damn it.
Hey, boy!
All right, calm down. We can hear you.
I fought off the redcoats to get here, dude.
All right, calm down. I told you. What did I tell you, Rusty?
Right, hey, what up, Dakota? I love you, man.
Boy, I missed you, Rusty. I'm sad I'm late, but I'm here and late fast.
Dakota, we can hear you from a mile away. We got it.
I'm sorry, Jesus.
So loud.
He's really one of my best friends and like my protagonist.
Yeah, sweet. Nice internet connection. If you can't tell from Dakota's stupid face, we're brought to you by Yeats. Isn't that right, Dakota?
Yeah, hey, use discount code Chairgatin in the frickin' checkout for 10% off, and you'll get you some cool shades.
I'm about to kick Dakota out of this. You see what I deal with, Rusty?
Why?
What I deal with? God damn it.
I'm out of town making this work, okay?
Okay, so we just discussed a new game. You missed all of it. He actually just gave me a free copy, and you actually get one.
Damn it, where's Rusty? Send it to me.
Nope. You weren't here. He said specifically, he was like, yeah, if you're not here, you don't get it. So anyway, we are pivoting to discuss, I don't know, Dakota, if you have a list or not, but just real quick, before we got into Michigan, I wanted to talk about our all-time top 5 favorite racing games. It doesn't have to be NASCAR, just in general, just racing.
Oh, dude. Well, the only ones, well, okay.
All right, hold on. You wait. You can take a second to think about it. Rusty, do you have a list? Do you want me to go?
You know, I think I want to lead this off with a game that I'm probably
why don't we all do one and then go around, and then 2 and go around, 3 and go around. Okay.
And this won't be in really any order, but the game I will always credit for getting me back into racing and appreciate racing, like all forms of racing, just everything just about it. It blew me away the first time I played it, and when I played it in VR, it just totally took it to a whole nother level. And the game I'm talking about is Dirt Rally. This game is the greatest.
I know Dirt Rally. Yep.
It is the greatest. If you have a steering wheel and pedals, there is no better experience than Dirt Rally. It is the most addicting and fun. Like you're just racing the track, and like just when you're feathering the throttle and you get in that car sideways, you're going off jumps. There is I cannot say enough good things about Dirt Rally. And when you got the VR headset on and you can like look ahead of the corners and you're like on top of the mountains, like looking over the edge. Dirt Rally.
I've never done with VR. That sounds awesome.
It was I'll never forget it. I put the headset on and you're like looking around, and then I looked to my right at my co-pilot, and it scared the crap out of me. Like it felt like there was a real dude sitting right here, like you could touch him, and like it was the craziest experience ever. So I'm going to say Dirt Rally. It makes you just appreciate driving a car more than any other video game in the world.
Almost like you could just go out and drive a real car. I know, it's crazy. Number 1, I gotta go with Mario Kart, obviously 64. Yes. The classic, the legend. Everybody knows it's the best racing game of all time ever made. I can throw bananas at your ass, shells at your ass. Not only was it fun as a kid, but then in college that I found out. Did y'all ever play Drinking and Driving?
I don't
No?
think I played that.
I just do that in real life, not on video.
I know you just did to come to your hotel to get on this goddamn podcast.
Not
Dakota
back
can't
by
handle
factual evidence.
He can't handle his drinks. That's fine. Mario Kart 64, Drinking and Driving. It's where you have the N64 controller and you have a beer in front of you. And you have to finish the beer before you cross the finish line, but you can't drink while you're driving. So, like, if you want, before you even start the race, when it's like 3, 2, 1, go, you drink the whole thing and then try to finish, or you can get the lead, set it down, take a sip, get the stuff like that. One of the best.
Sick fucked up game.
It's the best video drinking game of all time.
Really?
So, for those two reasons combined, it's Mario Kart. Dakota, what do you got?
Dude, you seriously, Rusty, I don't know if Rattlesnake's played this, but on like PlayStation fucking 1 OG, Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit 2.
Oh,
damn it, that was on my list. What do you mean you don't know if I played that? I'm older than you, motherfucker.
Well, I don't know if you play games in Texas or Oklahoma or wherever it is.
What? How do you don't know where I live?
So, anyways, Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit 2, I remember playing that on like Sony PlayStation 1 and being like, yeah, red Ferrari, and just killing it. I mean, I think all Need for Speeds could probably fall in there, but
all the Need for Speed.
I just want to what was it? Was it 06 Total Team Control?
yeah.
I think it was 06. That was one of my favorite NASCAR games ever. EA Sports.
Well, hold on. We have top 5. We're gonna come back to that.
That was my number 2.
One. Okay, well, Rusty was supposed to do number 2, and then we're gonna go around and all do number 2.
Oh.
Jesus. All
well,
right,
I just
Rusty,
started
why
it
don't
off.
you go for your number 2?
All right, so I think you guys are going to nail on some of the classics, like you touched on Mario Kart. That's in my top 5 all
You
time.
better grab a classic quick because we're picking them up.
So I'm going to take one that's not even. It's not even really a racing game, but it's more of like a platforming race against. There's a clock involved. It's just to me, it's one of the most addicting games I've ever played in my life. It is the original Trials HD. So you're on a motorcycle and you're platforming over these obstacles, and it's you can't knock it till you try it. One of my all-time favorite games.
One of my favorite things.
Is this on a computer or was this a console?
I originally played it on Xbox, but I'm pretty sure it's on all platforms now because they have like 10 different
HD.
Yeah, they got like all these sequels now, which have gotten kind of like nutty. But the original Trials HD.
Okay, and you're on a motorcycle.
Yeah, you're on a motorcycle doing jumps like platforming.
Okay, I'll count that. All right,
I know it's pushing the boundary, but I wanted to throw that one out.
Nah, if you were on something motorized racing something, I think that counts.
All right,
that's all that matters. Yeah, number 2, I'm gonna go Gran Turismo 3. The best of the Gran Turismos. I don't know if you're
a big Gran Turismo fan.
Well, yeah, I mean it's the best racing game of all time. Sorry, Rusty. I know you work for a new racing game. I have not played it.
No offense, Rusty, but
well, I used to watch these were my summers back then. I watched my buddy do all the challenges in Gran Turismo 1 and 2 just on repeat, like the licenses and everything.
Yeah,
like I was cracked on that stuff back then, so I get it.
Yeah, because you'd have to get the new license to get to purchase new cars and stuff. Gran Turismo 3 was by far the best. I think that was the one that came out on like PlayStation 3. When that first came out, and it was like a huge deal because they were like graphics. Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dakota already said his number 2, so I guess he'll just go number 3. He's just leading off.
I just jump in late and I take control, and that's what's fucking happening.
I know you're about to get booted. All right.
So
hurry up. Say your number 3.
Racing games. You already said Mario Kart. I was a big fan of Mario Kart on the Wii with the steering wheel. Loved it. But number 3, I literally just loved all NASCAR games, so I don't know where to go from here. But does anybody remember Need for Speed Carbon, the one drifting down the mountain?
Dude, why do you keep taking my picks?
Dude, I love Need for Speed Carbon.
Right,
it was like the same time Tokyo Drift came out.
God
and
damn it. I'm going to have to Google more games now.
The career mode was awesome. And it was so freaking fun, dude.
I know. Where you get to drift against that guy down the mountain.
I played that game. I played career mode like 3 times.
I love that game. I still play that game. I swear to God. It's one
of
my
my
favorites.
So PlayStation 2, RIP, man. It was awesome.
Was that PS2? Okay. Well.
Hey, what up, Ian?
Hey, Big Ian in the house.
Hey, my bad. I missed it at Michigan. That was I was with a buddy I hadn't seen forever, and it was kind of a wild trip. So it was just
Ian, I'm not gonna lie. Right before this, he was like, "Dude, if Ian comments, I bail on purpose."
Hey, how much did we get into that? Y'all get in the episode before I hopped on?
We're finishing up our video game thing. All right.
Yeah.
Dakota?
All right. Bet.
All right, Rusty, what do you got?
All right, I got another kind of off the wall one. It's kind of a movie tie-in. It is a direct movie tie-in, and it's not. I played it recently. It doesn't hold up to the test. It's not timeless, but it is a classic, and I poured hundreds of hours into this game. I'm going with the Star Wars Episode 1 Racer on Nintendo 64.
Pod Racer?
Pod Racer. That's all I used to play for. I felt like it was 3 summers straight.
Never even heard of it.
Oh, so good. So good.
Pod Racer was awesome. You know what? I actually just downloaded it myself.
Okay.
Yeah. I like
the nostalgia on that is
and you're
insane.
right. It doesn't really hold up. I played it again and I was like, ooh, was this as bad as it back then? Like
I couldn't even figure out how to drive it when I picked it up.
I know.
Recently.
I was like, I think I was just a dumb kid because this game is trash.
Oh,
the nostalgia is through the roof.
Just race. Yeah, that's an all-time nostalgic moment for me.
And they had like a bunch of other pod racers and a bunch of other maps, but you only cared about like Anakin, that 3-legged guy that was like choo-choo.
Yeah, Sebulba.
And then Tatooine. And like other than that, I was like, I don't care, dude.
You just put it on repeat. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Good choice. I mean, honestly, Need for Speed Carbon was actually the next one I was going to mention, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah, sure it was.
Ooh, here we go. Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition.
Oh, dude, I love that game.
Go.
I forgot about that game. You got so many car options. You can make like the muscle cars, pop wheelies.
Remember the Big Timers song on that?
Yeah, they had so many.
Repeat.
They had
everybody.
Like,
get your roll on.
You could audit like the playlist, and they had so many paint options.
You would pimp out your ride. Like that was probably when Pimp My Ride was a huge hit. Actually,
dude, that was a fun ass game.
Yeah,
it was a fun ass game.
All right, Dakota, what do you got? What is this, number 5 for you?
It's 4 or something. I think it's 4. So, all right, we're getting off of 4 wheels, going to 2 wheels. Who remembers
4 and 5? Because I want to get into Michigan.
MX Unleashed, the ultimate first dirt bike 4-wheeler game, dude. It was so freaking fun. You could backflip. It was the coolest thing. I freaking played the shell game. We had a badass playlist too. That was a good racing game. I remember.
All right, do 4 and 5. You got it.
Ooh, all right, on the spot. Does anybody remember NASCAR 07 with Elliott Sadler on the hood and M&M's? Mm-hmm. This bad boy, dude!
I had that on PSP.
nostalgic, old school NASCAR.
Oh, PSP, damn.
Dude, put the Ford Fusions in it. It was a fun ass game, dude.
That's a good choice.
All right, what you got?
For my number 4, I believe we're on. I'm looking at a picture of it right now. It's an old school arcade game. It's got 3 steering wheels on it, red, yellow, and blue, and you just got the gas pedal. The game is called Off-Road. It's those big those trucks that go off the jumps.
Yes.
And you can just take that steering wheel and just spin it around. That game as a kid was the greatest. I was addicted to that thing, and I miss experiences like that. You can just show up, put a quarter in, and just whip it around and just have fun. So
something weird about off-road games just being way more fun. I don't know.
Yeah,
what it was,
going off jumps and spinning out. I love that game. So that's off-road.
All right, and then what's your 5? We're pushing them together.
You know,
because Dakota threw us off. It's his fault.
I think I just got to replug NASCAR 98. That game was the game that kind of really got me into NASCAR. Just like driving around as Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Burton. I just can't say enough good things about it. I just remember sitting in like the basement with my buddy, just running laps at Bristol over and over and over. So that one will always be a special game for me.
And then Ian here brought up Forza. And I just did want to mention, I hear Forza is supposed to be like as good as Gran Turismo or whatever, but I've always been a PlayStation guy my whole life. Yeah. I've never played those games, so I hear they're incredible, but it's not going to be on my list. I've just never played them. I've always been a PlayStation Gran Turismo guy myself. Yeah, I would say the next one on my list. All right. Tell me if anybody else remembers this. Wave Racer 64.
Ooh, yep. I was gonna say Jet Moto, but Wave Racer, that's a good one.
Oh yes. Dakota, you ever play that?
Nope, don't even know what you're talking about.
It was a Nintendo 64 game, and it was jet ski racing.
Yep.
And it sounds really stupid because
It's
it
awesome.
was.
No, it's so awesome. It's so awesome.
Rusty, do you remember the music in that?
I didn't play much Wave Racer. I played a ton of Jet Moto. I was a Jet Moto guy on PlayStation.
Right.
So
I was a Wave Runner guy. Yeah, I loved that game. I've spent so much hours on that game as a kid on Nintendo 64. But then to wrap it up, I'm gonna go also throwback Diddy Kong Racing.
Classic. That's a good one.
I do remember that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, pretty much the knockoff, like shitty version of Mario Kart. And it was so much fun because you could do the planes and the boats and little cars.
Nathan's comment.
Yeah, of course, the hipster Nathan in here
trying to. Was that the snowboarding one or the mountain biking one?
No, I'm guessing it's like some off-road video game.
Dude, no, I remember there was that snowboard game you got on like Sony PlayStation 1.
Oh,
1080?
You went and did
1080.
Cool Borders. Cool Borders.
Yeah, dude, it was so fucking sick.
Oh, I'm thinking of 1080. Do you not remember 1080?
Well, maybe that was
good one.
I don't know, dude. I remember a snowboard game where I was like, fuck. Oh, mountain bike. Yeah, who knows what Nathan's talking about.
So anyway, that's our racing video game talk. And then obviously we all reserve our number one favorite racing video game for, what was it, Ignition?
21, baby. You had a poster. Is that automated? You edited that in there, you son of a bitch.
That's our designer, Jason. He made
when I
this,
first popped on, I was like, dude, Rusty's room looks like super nice. I was like, oh, wait.
Once again, I apologize for Dakota. Oh, also the game you are thinking of, Dakota, Nathan put in the comments is SSX Tricky.
Oh, that was a good one.
That
was a good one.
Yeah.
It wasn't 1080. 1080 was, I think, even older.
Dude, snowboard, man. I don't know.
SSX, I think, came out at launch with the PS2, and that game blew me away. The graphics on that's all I played.
Yep, and you could do like 100 flips in one jump because, you know what? I'm gonna go try to see if I can download that game. Actually, that game was so much fun. So Ignition is gonna be the 21 season, right?
Yes, it's the
just to finish up this topic.
Yeah, NASCAR 21 Ignition, the complete 2021 Cup Series season. And it's got all the tracks, including the new ones. So Coda, Nashville, Dirt Bristol, Road America, they're all in there. And I got to say that Laser Scan at Coda blew me away. It's even Road America blew me away. It's
like you already know, and you're like, y'all have no idea. And we're like, tell us, Rusty. And you're like, dude, it's insane. They
laser scanned that Coda track. It looks real.
You know what they should do too, and I'm sure it's too late, but in the future, just a heads up. You know how in like sports games, there's different attributes for like what team you're picking, and if you play like the Atlanta Falcons, they're always dog shit because they're a really bad NFL team, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
If you pick the Houston Texans, they're terrible. So stuff like that. They should. I don't know if they can get away with this as much.
That's a good question. I don't know if it would be a licensing
like
thing, but yeah.
McDowell and it's like way slower, or know. I mean,
I know what you're saying.
If you pick Kyle Larson, he should win like every race. Chase Elliott, right?
I think where that plays in
attributes.
Yeah, I think where that plays into is like the single player experience, where the AI ratings kind of dictate where they finish a little bit. So maybe that's where you'll see it. But like, if you're talking about if you actually climb in like one of those cars and they'll be slower while you're in it, I don't know if that will ever be a thing. But as far as the AI ratings, I think that you could see that being a thing,
because that could honestly be kind of fun. If you can beat people with like a lesser car and a lesser driver, just like if you would play Madden or NCAA, if you would like beat somebody with like a sleeper team, everyone's like, oh damn, this dude.
I agree.
This dude knows what's up. So
it's kind of a cool career deal to kind of just get that growth.
Yeah, because you get that essentially in the career mode when you have to like build your way up, which is I always appreciated. But I think it'd be fun if you hop in Michael McDowell. Maybe it's a challenge that you got to win.
I agree.
500.
Challenges are awesome. I love challenges.
Right.
I always did like when it's like avoid the wreck. And like,
right. So before we, I guess now that we've wrapped up video game talk, because I mean, there's not much to say about it yet, right? Like you don't have too much information that you can discuss.
Yeah. Have you leaked? I know I'm late, but have you leaked a little more than you did last time?
There's really nothing to leak. I don't know. If you guys get any questions, I'll do my best to answer, but I don't think there's anything to leak.
Can you change those tires?
All right, we can all hear you, Dakota. Back up.
Yes, you could change. Yes, you could change.
All right, cool.
Hey, the customization loading into the pits, you can do it on the racetrack. So while you're driving around, you can cycle through and do all your adjustments before you pull.
How do you do that while you're driving?
It's tough. But yeah, you can just cycle down on like the D-pad and take care of it. It's pretty.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it.
I like what I'm hearing. I like what I'm seeing. Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I've seen people be like, "Well, hopefully the new game," and I'm like, "You don't say that. Rusty fucking helped me. That's fucking gonna be good."
By the way, Dakota's in a hotel. I just really feel bad for his neighbors right now.
Sorry. Yeah, the backdrop is not my normal awesome entourage. I do have Kevin swag on lock, but it's dirty. This is what I got to deal with, man. This is a working blue collar man just trying to do a podcast.
Yep. Damn right. That's what we're all about.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we do appreciate you talking about the game because I know there's not a whole lot you can discuss about it yet.
Do we have any questions in the comments?
Well, here we go. Nathan's got, of course. Nathan, here we go.
See, now we're getting kind of the fine tuning stuff, which I will say I don't know about that now we're getting some really special comments here. They're good. I'm not quite
comment guy. You
fully hey, I will say nobody is more passionate. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. I'm very passionate about private lobbies, league racing in general. I know league racing is kind of like the just the core and just the soul of just kind of and just the game. Like these are your daily users that are on there 24/7. So I share that same passion, and that's something that's an experience we'll discuss soon. And I really hope we can make league racing better than ever. So
it's a totally different company than who was making NASCAR Heat. That was what 303 or 313 or something like that.
Yep, 704 games. So this is Motorsport Games' first NASCAR.
Oh, you know what? I just watched the Eminem movie, and it was I think 313 in that for Detroit. Everybody in the 313. So for whatever reason that popped in my head. So if I insult the old NASCAR Heat games, this is not insulting you or your company, your current company, right?
We're still trying to sell copies of Heat, man. We love NASCAR.
I'm just saying, dude. Here's my thing. NASCAR. There's nothing wrong with NASCAR Heat, but when they would come out with a new one, and I think I've told you this a million times, it just felt like a DLC. It just felt like it wasn't much update. So the point is I'm really excited for Ignition to be a different, fresh take.
I know what you're getting at. This is a completely new foundation built from it's completely, there's nothing from the previous that's coming over.
That's what I'm most excited about. It's something fresh and new.
Literally the first time you get on the throttle, you're going to know. It's not
totally
the same.
Different.
It's
a different game.
Yeah,
being a good old
I'm most excited about, honestly.
Being a good old boy that grew up without internet, I appreciate you talking about a NASCAR Heat 5, and I fucking love.
You still barely have internet. I don't want to hear.
But the leagues I race in, they're like, this game's trash. It fucking sucks. There's a bump out of 4. And I'm like,
be fair, all league racing.
The PlayStation turns on. So.
All league racing will sound like that. Let's be real, though.
I love NASCAR Heat, but I'm super looking forward to what this game's going to hold. I think it's good. It looks sick as shit from the trailer. I already saw people like, did you see this? They put this in there, and it's like, dude, just shut up and enjoy it.
Those are the people that help make us the game as good as it can be. All
right, I'll throw out another question I've seen before. Is before NASCAR Heat had 25%, 50%, 100%. Is there any way to get a 75% race length?
You're kind of putting me on the spot. I know because I've cycled through like the different percentages. I don't.
Elbows. Get in there.
I'd have to. I mean, I could probably pull it up right now, but I honestly, off the top of my head, I don't know because I've ran a lot of shorter races, so I haven't bumped it up to anything over.
Is this thing like ready to go? Y'all just got like finishing the final touches, or like?
Yeah, just cleaning it up, polishing it up. So I'm sure.
Out of it, you're like. These kids don't even know.
Well, okay. So, for example, like one of the scenes people noticed in the trailer was what I thought was one of the coolest scenes in the trailer was when they were pushing the car out of the garage. It caught a couple people's eyes just about they'll call it the graphics or the texture on the team members. Yeah, we've already updated that. They already look like $1 million, so they're just polishing up some of those things like that. So the attention to detail is like just getting.
Dakota, before you hopped on, he also did mention that Bristol Dirt is going to be on there.
I thought I saw that in one of my Discords that Bristol Dirt.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm like
Dakota and all that, which is cool.
Like you're gonna be able to slide the car and everything.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, car gets sideways.
Dakota and all those, that's cool. Like we have new tracks, but dirt with Cup, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean you're such a Bristol Dirt fan, Rattlesnake. I bet you can't look forward to that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm famous for. Everyone knows me. They call me Bristol Dirt Rattlesnake. That's my whole name. So anyway, yeah, I did want to discuss Michigan a little bit going into Daytona, but so before we transition, I did just want to thank Rusty for coming on and talking what he can about the game. And Rusty, you will be coming back when you can talk openly about the game, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I think a good timing would be around like launch day because I think maybe some people want to know. Maybe
you're going to be hella busy.
I know we're twisting your arm here.
No, he's going to be hella busy. We'll get you like the next weekend or something.
Well, I'm going to try to invite I'm going to invite myself on literally everyone's podcast. Like
you're welcome on this show.
I need to get my face out there and kind of talk to the people in case they got any questions and or whatever. So I want to talk to everyone I can.
You're our favorite regular, and I do say that to everyone. So just so you know, I'll say that to every single person. But you are our favorite currently.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Yeah. No, so we're excited. We definitely want to talk more about it, and maybe we can, get a stream going when it actually comes out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be
any ideas you guys have? Let's do it.
Rusty,
we have so many ideas.
How was your past 2 weeks as a NASCAR fan? I just want to hear it because last time we talked to you, you were like, I might go to a race if it's 100%. I want the full effect. And now every time I get on social media, you're like, I'm at the track on pit road, bitch.
Okay, let me back that up. The last time I was on the show, I said I wasn't going back to the racetrack until it was more normal. And the very first race that they kind of opened up, I was at, and you were at, and I met you. That was like the time of my life. It was
that was the first time y'all met.
That was one of my best favorite highlights.
You sent me the photo. That was the first time y'all met.
Yeah,
that was the first time we met, and that was literally one of my highlights of the year. Still to this day, was we watched the whole second stage.
Yeah, we're just hanging out.
Me and Rusty just chilling, watch racing. I'm like, chilling, my boy Rusty watching the race. This is awesome.
It felt like I knew him forever when I ran him in person, man.
The boys were back in town.
Yeah, you guys are family for life now. You guys are family now.
Rusty's the most positive guy in the NASCAR community. I've said it since day one. Everybody knows. Okay, so you were just at Michigan.
Yeah.
I know we discussed it very briefly at first. I have heard Michigan's like the Talladega of the North or the Midwest, whatever you call that area. So you're saying it is actually pretty wild.
I wasn't there for the infield or the nightlife, but I will say when I pulled up to that track on Sunday and you saw, in traffic, we got there more than 3 hours in advance. The traffic was all the way backed up. And when you got in, you had to park. It felt like you had to park 5 miles away in the hills.
Did you appreciate
Irish
the traffic?
Hills? Irish.
Yes. Because Saturday it was like in and out like nothing. And so when we got there super early on Sunday, I was like, man, what is going on here? But once they parked us like 5 miles away, you saw the sea of cars, you saw all the tents, you saw the track way down there, just this ominous, huge structure. I'm telling you, it felt like we were. It felt like literally it was plucked out of the mid 2000s, and we were back in that moment. And walking up to the track, I was like,
fuck yeah.
I get chills thinking about it. So even way separated off in the distance on some random piece of property, there was hundreds of RVs just camping. They weren't even near the track, and there was just hundreds of them. And I'd never seen anything like this. And it's like, I mean, I'm not ashamed to admit this. I was kind of like a little bit of I don't want to say a Michigan hater, but I feel like I've only seen a handful of Michigan races in my life that I like really enjoyed.
Yeah, it's Michigan. Yeah.
So
we understand.
before I even saw a car on the racetrack, I was 100%
you're sold.
They cannot lose that track. They cannot lose.
Nice.
They cannot lose that. They have to keep Michigan for the rest of history. And I've heard similar things about people that have been to Pocono, where they say if you go to Pocono, you'll understand it, and they cannot lose this race.
I'm sold. I'm sold.
I will go to my grave saying this is a racetrack they cannot lose.
Yes.
I can't really say that about Chicago,
Ah,
You know,
Kansas, I love Kansas in Chicago, but Michigan, there's something special at Michigan, and they need to keep that date or somewhere on the schedule for the rest of the time. Rest of NASCAR history.
I know you live in Minnesota. Do you know people from Michigan at all?
I know one person, but I haven't met him. Ed Soundhead, shout out to Ed Soundhead.
Right.
But I don't know anybody personally from Michigan.
My wife's family is from Michigan, like cousins, aunts, uncles, all that. Like half of her family, and we go up and visit them, and they're like, I mean, I don't know how to say this politely. I don't know if they watch this show, but like Southerners essentially with Midwest accents. Let's just put it that way. They like to hunt. They like to fit. It makes sense.
That's the vibe I get.
NASCAR fan base. Yeah. And by the way, those are my people. I'm not trying to be insulting. Like those are the people I like to hang out with.
They were authentic NASCAR fans. Everybody there, that was NASCAR. That was NASCAR.
Dude,
I love it.
It sounds like Nashville vibes. Like Nashville, everybody complained about traffic. The crowd was insane, and I was like, dude, this isn't like.
Well, to be fair, Nashville should have always had a NASCAR race.
Yeah, but
I
hated seeing everybody. They were bitching about traffic. And
that's right. Like, I do remember that. That was a big thing.
Like, this is a good thing. Traffic. I hate traffic, but this is race traffic. Let's go. Like, come on.
You used to have to get there at like 8 a.m. and sit in traffic till 10:30.
That's
what it is, baby.
And then leave. Yeah,
you better just camp.
And you drink in the car while you're like slowly driving in the traffic. You just start cracking them open. You're like, I'm pretty much parked. You even cheers to the officers. You're like, what are you gonna do? You know, like, let's be real.
I'm getting so excited, like, because I'm getting these nostalgic flashbacks. And Michigan had the same thing. Me and my buddy always talked about how, like, back in the day, you used to see blimps and airplanes flying banners around. Michigan had the airplanes.
Away.
You could, and it's like you just feel the atmosphere, and you're not even there yet, and it's like. I don't know. 10 out of 10. I don't care. They can put the 550 package out there for the rest of the time. They need to keep. They need to keep Michigan.
So this is what I did want to ask you. Also, is 10 out of 10 experience in terms of product on the track. 10 out of 10 as well.
Saturday was better.
Ooh.
I mean,
I'll agree with you. I think we all.
Xfinity is literally always better, so that's not really fair.
Just make it
comparing it to other Cup races this season, comparing it to previous Michigans, how would you rate it? Not comparing it to Xfinity truck; those are always better.
Well, I mean, there's still a lot to be desired with this package, in my opinion. If it was like 30 degrees out and they could stay full throttle around there, I think it could put on a fun show. That's always been my belief with the 550 cars. If they're actually full throttle and get the draft working instead of dirty air nonsense, I think there's potential. But that's 1 in 15 races with that car. So,
is that real racing?
Is it what?
Is that real racing though?
I understand and I can appreciate pack racing when you get the draft going, but the draft really never. I think there's only been like 3 or 4 races in this package's history that have been, I think, fun. Like.
Well, we talked before earlier. It's like I'm not a 550 fan, but however, this was a very enjoyable race. Like it was different. It was like you could tell they were all having to work the draft, work the air, and it was like, what is going on? Like the top 5's under a blanket. I'm okay with that. It was weird, man. It was definitely different. Spicy Michigan.
I couldn't believe the distance between the top 5 cars. That like they were all, like you just said, always under a blanket in that top 5 the whole race.
So that was the thing. I mean. I think the next episode later this week before Daytona, our Daytona preview, we'll probably go into a little more in depth about the actual race itself because there's a lot to talk about within this race, and we do not have the time considering we have like 4 minutes left in this episode. But yeah, I will say there was a lot of people, complaining about this race. I think I've always been part of that 750 fan base. But I will say, I think people were maybe complaining just because of the 550 in general, because they saw it was a 550 race and they said, I don't like 550. I can't like this race. I watched this race with an open mind, and I watched it on Monday because I couldn't watch it on Sunday, which, by the way, never watch a race in replay on that NBC app. It is the worst experience you'll ever have. Anyway, watched it completely with an open mind, and from start to finish, I enjoyed that race. Like Rusty, like you said, there are some things that aren't perfect about it. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's because it was the first oval we've had in 5 weeks, which, by the way, is insane. But I enjoyed that race. I thoroughly enjoyed that race from start to finish. Every stage was enjoyable. Everyone was like, well, it was hard to pass. I was like, yeah, but I mean, people
And you're
were
saying that
competing
as
for
an
the
Austin
lead.
Dillon fan.
I'm saying that as an Austin Dillon fan who got wrecked on maybe the best run he's had all season.
Dude, Austin Dillon looked so hot.
We're going to get more into this in the next episode later this week, but I'm going to go off on the RCR thing. But yeah, I fully enjoyed it. And I do think we need to go to 750. I mean, I'm not a fan of the 550, but maybe it's just because I got an oval again. I enjoyed this race from start to finish, just being honest. And I like to be negative. So that's weird for me.
I wonder what this race would have looked like with the 750 package, even though I enjoyed it very much. I think there could have been some questionable calls with this whole rain caution, but however, after New Hampshire, totally get it. Throw that yellow, baby. There's some
they're being careful. Yep.
And it literally spiced up the end of this race and made it a cliche race, in my opinion. It was awesome. We had some.
A lot of people were saying you only enjoyed this race because of the restart. I'm like, what are you talking about? I fully enjoyed stage 1 and 2.
The group message. I was loving every bit of it.
Dude, stage 1 and 2 was so exciting. Yeah. There was a lot of competitions for the lead. I mean, it was Austin Dillon was racing with Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson. Kyle Busch came up to the front. I mean, there was plenty of really heated racing. There was heated racing for 5th place.
People were like, you can't pass. I was like, dude, like, Martin Truex and Kyle Busch just drove from 33rd all the way back up to 5th. What are we talking about?
I mean, there was passing. I mean, even when Austin Dillon got wrecked, as a fan, it was terrible. But the finish of that stage, even for stage 2, for him to come up to like 6, it was exciting.
Rusty,
I was
where
like,
were you sitting, or were you in the infield?
For Saturday, I was in the infield and up in the stands, like in the start finish area. Sunday, I was in the infield the majority of the race.
Okay. There's still probably awesome views.
So infield, Michigan, would you recommend?
Well, I was like in the the pit road area, and then they have like this little stairway you can stand on top of, like that the suites.
And the best access points ever.
Isn't there like an outside the track RV area?
Yes, there is, but it was like
what turn is that? There's something right?
Well, there's definitely in 1 and 2, and then there's that building off in turn 2, but you can't.
Where the RVs are parked, isn't there on Michigan? I'm thinking correctly, right?
Yeah, but you can't get there as like a casual fan. You gotta like.
I noticed on TV.
Okay, that's an RV park.
Yeah, it's an RV thing. Yeah.
Okay.
The infield looked packed out, like
it was
days of NASCAR. Like I was like, dude, that place looks lit.
Well, the thing that blew me away also about Michigan was like the general size of it, like. It looked like it was like Daytona or Talladega. Like when you looked way down there, like off into turn 3 and 4, they felt like this. It went forever. Like the sky was like kind of like hazy covering the end of the track. It just looked like the biggest racetrack I've ever seen in my life.
Well, it's the fastest racetrack. Yeah, that's the thing. Me and Dakota, that was on both of our bucket lists. Yeah. It's pretty high on mine for a track
I've always really wanted to go Northern Dega.
Yeah.
I will. That's the most surprising racetrack I've ever been into in my life.
I've heard really good things, and
it's funny you
to
say
come
that
on and say this.
Totally
it's just yeah, you've just reiterated essentially what I've heard previously. So yeah, now I know I need to go to a Michigan race. Dakota, are we doing this?
Oh, I'm totally down. It's literally one of my top bucket list tracks. I've always wanted to go to Michigan. I guess they're probably only getting 1 race a year, maybe for the foreseeable future. I hear it's the Northern Dega, man. I'm ready to go up there and see what's popping.
How far is the track outside Detroit? Because
it's like an hour west of Detroit.
Hour west?
Yeah.
So
Rusty, let's drive up. I got family up there.
Yeah, we come up. Rusty picks up. We'll work it out.
I got family we can stay at.
There we go. Let's make it happen. Rusty, you come down, and we'll take you to the southern Michigan, and we'll call it –
Is that what we're gonna start calling Dega? Is the Southern Michigan?
I don't know. It deserves more respect. I think it deserves more respect.
I'll
be at Dega too, by the way. And I think we're bringing the game with us. TBD, but we're coming to Dega.
Because I've been for years now. I've been trying to get you to Dega, and now you're big time. So I was like, you're probably doing your whole own thing in Dega. So don't forget about us little people when we're in.
I'm a man of the people. I'll find you guys. I'm still bummed I didn't meet Ian. We DM'd on Saturday, and I told him I was going to get there early on Sunday, and it just I can't believe it didn't work. But hey, wherever
Ian, once again he's lying. He told me before this if Ian comes on, I did not want to see him.
No, but I mean I've been on his show, so I'm bummed I didn't get to meet up with him. And he's a big Gregson fan too, so that's always cool to catch up with Gregson fans. But you two guys are family. whatever you two guys are, what track, wherever you guys are at, I'm for sure gonna meet you guys.
Let's go, boy.
Yep.
You said
But you need to branch off from the You need to branch off from the video game side aspect and come hang out with your boys on like Friday or Saturday night.
I'll find you. I'll find you.
I'll find you. If you want to see real Dega,
I'll find you. I'll find you.
You said you're going to be doing the video game thing. Does that mean you're going to be infield Daytona or Dega, or are you going to be like somewhere in the outfield? Or
yeah, so in the fan concourse area, there's an NASCAR hauler, and they've got they got this big stage and little pod set up of all these games. So they got like Rocket League, Mario Kart, NASCAR Ignition.
So we could do like a live stream with you, like with the game and stuff like that.
Potentially. I don't know if we're going to allow recording, but you can like get.
No, it doesn't even have to. Okay, well, I guess.
Oh, wait, so yeah, it's
like,
just with you. 3 weeks before the game comes out.
Yeah, we'll just be like, what up? We're with Rusty.
Yeah, you'll see me. I'm in the fan concourse. You won't miss it. It's a big, huge double-decker trailer thing. Yeah, you'll see me.
Game behind us.
Hey, you'll see me. You'll see me.
All right, Rusty, thanks for coming on, man. Once again, we will be seeing you real soon. Dakota, thanks for showing up.
One last hot take. Did you have more fun at Michigan or the road course for the week before?
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Indianapolis was an experience of a lifetime. That's another story. Just everything I got to see, experience, do. I don't know how to say this. I had no business doing what I got to do, and I'm forever appreciative of that. And the people at Motorsport Games are the nicest, most generous people in the world. So Indianapolis made me feel like they treated me like family. So I'll never forget that. But as far as like going to a racetrack, feeling like you're in the prime of the sport, like you're back in, like you guys talk about bringing NASCAR back, talking about bringing nostalgia back, bringing Winston back. Michigan felt like we were back.
Damn it, dude! That's our audience. Dakota, and the part that we belong in Michigan. That's our audience, apparently.
Sounds like so. Michigan.
What you guys got going on, I feel like it's needed for the sport, and I can see the growth, the momentum. I've said this last 3 years. I feel like the sport is trajecting back in that sweet spot where everybody's a hardcore fan and they're all there to have fun and they just love the sport more than anything in the world. So Michigan brought it, and I hope to see that at Talladega and some other races coming up.
What's your next race?
We're going to show you a good time. I
will be at Daytona, and I think from there it's
bullshit.
Talladega. Martinsville and then Phoenix. Those are
you're not going to be Darlington?
Kansas. No Darlington. I'm not planning on Darlington, but I might show up. Who knows?
You remember earlier in the year when
you were dude. We got a suite.
I'm not. I don't know, man. I maybe I'm spoiled now, but I want to be with the people. I want to be with you guys. I don't want to be.
Boy.
Yeah, I want to be with you guys.
Dakota, he says he wants to be with the people, and we're up here. Got a suite ready for Darlington.
Yeah.
Wait, are you guys going to be at Darlington?
Yeah.
Dude, literally.
So here's the deal. We had hot passes, and NASCAR has said like with the new COVID policies, and so we may or may not be in a suite because of the hot pass situation.
It seemed like you didn't have no problem with it, Rusty. So
I thought it was going to be locked down at Michigan with the new protocols. It was.
Well, we have our passes, so we're gonna be out there and seeing what's up. So
I like to hear Rusty.
If you are at Darlington, I'll be there. Also, it's on my birthday, so wish me happy birthday. Yeah.
I literally never miss July or August Daytona.
Are you wearing an Air Spanky shirt on my show?
Yeah, we love.
You're gonna be out here promoting.
We love. No, I was trying to find my Ryan Blaney shirt to go with my Ryan Blaney hat because he won the race. And this was the next white shirt I found. It was
he's been on the show. A lot of fun. Yep, we like him. Yes, guest of the show. So, any promotions you need to do? Any shout outs?
I mean, shout out to NASCAR 20-minute ignition. Honestly,
that's the first time I've heard about this whole episode.
No, yeah, honestly, thank you guys for having me. It was fun just talking about Michigan and the games because that's the stuff I'm most excited about. Just talking to real NASCAR fans. That's what I live for. That's what started this whole journey for me was talking NASCAR and having fun. And you guys are that. And I love everything you're doing and bringing to the sport. So thank you guys for everything you do. You're killing it. I can't wait to see you guys at the racetrack again. But that's all I gotta say is I just love you guys. Thank you for being so nice to me and having me back on.
Of
My boy
course,
Rusty.
you're our favorite person. Dakota, who is this podcast brought to you? Brought to them
Oh
by?
man, I mean, if you ain't drinking nothing cold, it's probably just because you ain't drinking out of a Yeti coolers. Check them out. Get your stuff. Use code Chairgatin at the discount checkout. Also, these bad boys. You want $1 million? We gotta get Rusty some spectacles because Rusty, you're looking like Harry Potter over there. And we're gonna get Rusty some bifocals, and we're looking like $1 million, baby. Yeet's official. Check them out. Chairgatin discount code. It's gonna be lit. Oh, Rusty, I can't wait to see you at a track, buddy.
I knew it was a potential train wreck when I asked him to do the sponsors. Yeah. So
I've
anyway,
been
that's who
drinking.
we're brought to you by.
I've been
Rusty,
drinking.
once again, thank you for coming on, and we will have you back on soon, and we'll see you at Dega if nothing else.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All right. Peace.